In March 2025, a missing persons case opened for a man whose professional life was defined by global travel. Saurabh Rajput worked in the merchant navy. He spent long periods at sea, navigating the isolation of the open ocean on massive container ships. His home life was the opposite. He lived in Meerut, India, a city characterized by dense neighborhoods and constant local interaction. Saurabh navigated the world's oceans safely for years, only to vanish within the tight confines of his own neighborhood. The timeline of the disappearance begins in March. This was the point when Saurabh suddenly stopped answering his phone. As the days passed, the silence became an anomaly. His friends and relatives found they could no longer reach him through any of his usual channels. With no sign of life and no explanation for his absence, local authorities initiated a formal missing persons inquiry. The lack of any external trail, no travel records, no sightings, forced investigators to narrow their focus. They turned their attention towards his immediate circle. Investigators eventually crossed the threshold of the Rajput residence. The search for Saurabh moved from the outside world into the private household. This chart plots the digital and testimonial evidence uncovered. It reveals a series of domestic tensions beneath the family's public image. Police later filed allegations regarding a secondary relationship. According to records, this conflict became central to the case's trajectory. Establishing this potential motive centered the entire mystery directly on the dynamics of Saurabh's marriage. A forensic search of the property began, further narrowing the focus of the investigation to a single room inside the Meerut home. Inside that room, investigators discovered a large blue plastic drum. Police found his concealed remains inside the container. The discovery immediately reclassified the disappearance as a homicide. A man who spent his life traversing the globe was found confined to a few square feet inside his own house. The procedural aftermath moved quickly. Forensic teams reconstructed the timeline, and local authorities made the first arrests. Public interest intensified as the details of the discovery reached the press. The story of the blue drum became a national headline. With the filing of an extensive charge sheet, the case transitioned into the judicial system, beginning a long process of legal scrutiny. The secret nature of the act itself was now replaced by a highly visible demand for accountability in the court of public opinion. While the sensational image of the blue drum captured the news cycle, it risks distracting from the core of the investigation. The reality is a human life lost, and a family left with the consequences of that loss. The justice system is now tasked with looking past the media noise to establish the definitive legal truth of what occurred in that house. Saurabh's story illustrates a tragic spatial irony. A person can travel the open oceans and still vanish within the most private corners of their own home.